right. I want to talk about a couple things because all of this stuff happened after the podcast on Sunday, and I take Mondays off. So we got to come back to all this. First thing is um, Jared posting about Bar Citizen. We got to talk about this. You knew we wouldn't go without mentioning this at the very least today. Maybe can I zoom it out just 110? No, so we'll just go here instead. And in case you're wondering, the thing on the screen, this is for you guys on YouTube as well. Lead moderator, admin, Zeus Anoxia. So you guys might not be familiar with him or not, but he severely broke his back, paralyzed from the waist down, lives in Romania. Healthcare is not the greatest there, unfortunately. And he doesn't have a proper bed, got bed sores, infected. He's in the hospital, doesn't have a proper respirator, was struggling breathing, and things like that. So they're doing kind of like the bare minimum. And he's done so much for me over the years. And these all, as far as I'm aware, came from complications that he got to in a car accident when driving to CitizenCon in 2018. To visit people from my community. And he was too not shy or maybe too prideful. I know I would be too, to put this up. So I created this, it's called Why Donate, because it needs to go directly to him in Romania, and not directly to me, to give to him, which is what I would have had to do if I made a GoFundMe. So Why Donate? It's all direct. I got him to give me information. We created it for him, and everything goes directly to him for this. So this is to get him a medical bed that will help him from getting bed sores, as well as a proper respirator, and then a little bit of oxygen and things like that. So consider helping somebody in your community out instead of buying an anvil loaded. But with that, I want to talk about some things that I find to be sort of funny, and but also not funny, right? When Jared was at Bar Citizen Rotterdam, I did not see the video or the recording or whatever. Maybe it was taken down. Somebody secretly recorded him and others without their consent and then posted it on YouTube. Please don't do this. It's gross and will ruin it for others when folks like me stop attending. Number one, ego, hard ego. Like, guys, we went to Bar Citizens before you ever did, and we don't need you to be there, right? The Bar Citizens, I will always say, were about the community. They were about the people in the community that came together. And so this is a very small thing that rubs me the wrong way, is Bar Citizens all came out of the community themselves, hanging out and talking about Star Citizen. Then CIG starts coming in, taking it over and using it as a marketing tool, as they have done, sending community managers and other devs to these things to talk about Star Citizen, right? So instead of the community members hanging out and sharing their love for the game, it became this thing that it didn't need to become. And then things like this will happen sometimes. Should you ever record anyone? Is that embarrassing? Is that cringe? Duh, of course, right? And that's what Jared says here, is spend some time watching the Discord. I'm happy most folks seem to see what I'm getting at. And while I can't respond to everyone that doesn't, I'll elaborate a bit. Going to a Bar Citizen is optional. Kind of sounded optional, kind of sounds like it's not. Like they need some devs to go out to these things because they say that they're going to send devs. We give up our personal time to do it and loved it for more than 11 years now. But you get things paid for while you're doing them, so I don't know how entirely true that is. You're giving up your personal time, but your hotel's paid for. You're getting a paid vacation in a lot of ways. So there's that. I don't think it's entirely personal because, again, I've spent time with a CIG dev on their Bar Citizen tour, and yeah, we went to Star Wars Disney together. Like, come on. But I don't like being deceived any more than you or anyone else would be. Obviously, that's understandable. That's it. I'm not talking about legalities, as some folks are. I'm not talking about secrets. I shared the info willingly, so it can't possibly be what it's about. I'm saying I don't like having my choices taken away from me, and I'm saying that if it keeps happening, I won't want to go to these things anymore, which will make me very sad. That's all. No, you didn't say it would make you very sad. You said it would ruin it for others when folks like me stop attending because it's so important for me to be there because everyone wants to meet me. And you know what? You're right. Lots of people want to meet you, but it was really egotistical fucking thing to say. Anything else anyone is trying to make this about can and do as they wish, but it will never make it so. I just don't want to lose loving something I've loved for more than a decade. It's really nothing more complex than that. Maybe true, probably true. Everything there, like, I don't have any issues with that he's saying. Of course not. But like CIG always fails to recognize is, you remember when they called us roadmap watchers and got mad when we followed the roadmap that they created? Jared single-handedly, thank you, Zero State. Jared single-handedly created this problem in a lot of ways. Putting devs up on a pedestal and making them, gods was your doing. The way information is shared within the community is an entirely a CIG done problem. It's exclusive information in Evocati. It's exclusive information on this forum over here. It's a dev that only types on Reddit. It's a dev that only gives information on Twitter. It's a dev that only gives information on Spectrum. And information is all we have because we don't have a video game. So this is like a CIG created issue that this shitty thing happened to Jared because of, right? So, one thing that I hope Jared and CIG does, instead of just going on Twitter and shaming somebody for doing something shitty, which again, they deserve to be shamed, is like, think back, like, why is this happening? Guys, 2016 CitizenCon, somebody went into the bathroom and took a picture of Brian Chambers taking a piss. He came up to me after it happened and just told us what, like, because we were like in a group. Yeah, like, yep. He was at the urinal taking a piss, and he was like, some dude just took a picture of me while I was taking a piss. Like, what the fuck, right? But Brian Chambers was like fucking launched up on this pedestal like he was the man. How you gonna out Frosty like that? I know, right? But like, these are self-inflicted wounds, right? In a lot of ways, like, yes, are these people problematic? Duh. But these are very much self-inflicted wounds when, there's an entire leaks Discord because of the way information is shared in this open development bullshit, which is like, oh, you get access to this, but you don't, but you get access to that, but you don't. Oh, private dinner with Chris Roberts because I'm concierge on this forum, and like, please, right? So there's lots of issues there. The other drama thing is this. I have not watched this video yet. It's only 7 minutes long. But this is from Captain Foxy Loxy, which apparently he's like lost it and hates Star Citizen now or something. I don't know. It's called The Star Citizen Project and Great Disillusionment. Shardlock Day 5 and 5 years of experience feedback. Okay. Yeah, like he snapped or something. Hold up. We missed. Hey, guys.
Happy Sunday, everyone.
What happened to Hey Guys?
Hey guys, welcome. Happy Sunday, everyone. Okay. Today is day number 5 that my main account has been completely short-locked. And thank you all for offering workarounds in my previous videos. I have tried all of those suggestions every single day. None worked. I think the reason is that when I was short-locked, I attempted to badlock on my ship. And after that bad log, I was completely logged out. So no workarounds helped. And I sent CIG many tickets since day one. And as the highest level of concierge, I was expecting to get at least a timely response.
Is this entitlement? I'm going to keep watching, but this feels like entitlement.
Just a response, not even a solution. But 5 days after, nothing, completely nothing. I posted a sincere Spectrum post regarding this issue, but it also got moved and buried in the graveyard of feedbacks.
When he says moved and buried in the graveyard of feedback, they throw it in that feedback forum that nobody listens to, right? I assume that's what that is. Hold on, let me fix this as well. I just realized that this thing broke like it does every week. So the chat is not like correct or in the correct place. But I love Foxy, but I'm sensing an insane amount of entitlement here on I'm concierge and I should have had my ticket responded to. Meanwhile, on Reddit, you have the entire issue being responded to by bearded CIG. And I would bring up the post, but I didn't know what the video was necessarily about. So I would have had that ready to go. But he responded to it and said, I tried the fixes I normally try, but they didn't work, so we're going to have to wait for a proper fix, like in a patch. So, like, if you're shard locked, basically what that meant was you're shard locked, and you're going to have to wait. That's the response that would have been in the ticket. But again, it goes back to all of these things of, well, CIG should have just made an official response on their Twitter and on Spectrum. And, like, you know, this is why, like, video content every week is good and things like that, where if we had it every week, Jared at the beginning of the video could be like, hey, guys, we know you're shard locked. We're working on it. Right now, it's not going to be fixed until the next patch at the bare minimum or something like that, right? But they don't do that. They do all these, like, responding to individual threads in a random place. And then somebody like myself has to, like, put this information together so you guys can actually see it. He hasn't said he deserves special treatment. He clarified that later. Yes. So I this is what I'm trying to get to, but I got to it really long. I tend to tell long stories. I don't know if you could tell. There's an entire channel built around it. But the idea of concierge is supposed to get priority on tickets, but it's just concierge. It's not your concierge level. And 14 years of development. If you spent $50 a year on Star Citizen, well, guess what? You're concierge. So everyone is concierge, and that ticket system no longer matters. So is he maybe correct that if he spent $25K on a video game, that he should get a ticket responded to faster? I don't know. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think about that. Does he deserve that? To me, I think we're all backers, and we all deserve to wait in line like everyone else. But that's me. And it feels entitled. But apparently he responded later and says it wasn't. But what you say later in response to negativity versus what you say in the moment, in the heat, tend to be two different things.
Utter silence from CIG. And I am not the only player that suffers this. By reading the comments from my videos and by reading the issue console, about 20 to 25% of the players are suffering this issue. And some players even have their account locked for weeks.
How does he come up with that number when 20 to 25% of people are not typing anywhere?
Without any reply from CIG to their support tickets. And every day, more and more players are suffering these issues as well. Is this the right practice from a company? Is this the professional way in conducting a business? You don't need a business degree or any training in customer service to know the answer. But perhaps the problem is at its management level. Many viewers knew my situation, really worried that I would be disappointed, so they left many encouraging words. Thank you guys very much. I am not so much as disappointed, but after 5 days of thinking, collecting my thoughts, and looking back at the 5 years journey that I had with this game and the company behind it, and connecting all those dots, I finally got disillusioned. This game is still a great game with all its bugs and problems, but it is still a very unique and beautiful game, especially when played with friends and orgmates. And I will keep playing it to my heart's desire. There is just no doubt about it. But unfortunately, the company behind this game isn't so. Forgive me about my language, but the company behind this game really, really sucks. It's unfair to
your language is forgiven. He said sucks, guys.
To say this to everyone that works for this company, especially those hard-working programmers and developers. Perhaps the problem is at its management level. Marketing-driven instead of customer-driven. And my marketing degree at college clearly taught me marketing-driven is customer-driven. But somehow at Cloud Imperial Games, they managed to separate these two. To them, marketing-driven is ship sales-driven. Forget about the customer's gameplay experience. As long as we sell enough ships, who cares about whether they can play the game or not, or whether they have a good gaming experience or not?
Preach. Fucking preach. But, oh, sorry, the music. But I still think he's being entitled.
14 years in development.
A little bit.
$1 billion in funding. 20% of the players who cannot log into the game.
He really isn't? No, he really is. I think if he got a response, he never makes this video. If he got a response, I think he never makes the video. And that's the only reason why I think that. Right? But he's right. He's right. I have the follow-up video next. I hope it's not very long. It's not. So we're going to watch the follow-up video next.
Even
after.
More. Those who can keeps losing their personal hangers and losing hard-earned AUEC or refinery material.
He isn't for my limiting viewing here. It would seem any type of request that's above something normal equals entitled. No, dude, he mentioned that he is the highest level of backing. That's where this comes from. He applied, I've spent more money than other people, therefore I deserve to be responded to. I make videos for this game, therefore I deserve to be responded to. It's not anything above a normal request. He made a normal request, and he's going to wait in line like everyone else, right? So that's what... No, that's what CIG offered as benefits to with their concierge. But again, and if you weren't listening, I'll repeat it for you in the back, is that it is for concierge, not the highest level of concierge. Do you know how many people are at the concierge level that are making tickets? There is, I'm going to let you know, there is no longer a ticketing system, right? There's no longer a ticketing system like that because so many people have concierge that the line is just long now. And again, I think I stated the real issue here is when people were dealing with these issues, CIG should make an official announcement and not, they don't need to direct an announcement directly to somebody who's having it because that's a giant waste of fucking time, right? And then you can maybe automate a response and copy paste. Hey, we made this response here. Here's the thread. Here's the tweet. Here's the this. Done, right? And then you're mowing through those tickets. I get it. You must be a fan of Captain Foxy Loxy. I'm not being toxic here. You haven't seen me toxic yet, clearly. If you think this is toxic, you haven't seen anything.
Those are salvage material through different bugs or fell through
toxic,
the ship or planet.
but I'm not being toxic
mission
right now.
Not completing after a lot of efforts. Would somebody please help me connect those dots? Because I'm having great difficulties here. For a very long time, I have been an advocate in supporting the development of the Star Citizen project, especially financially. I purchase ships and packages according to what I can afford. The more, the better is always my principle. And whenever a new ship comes out, it's always take my money and no questions asked. And even though my wonderful wife always supports me, but I know deep down she hates it. Personally, I think I have a higher tolerance in being mistreated. Maybe
imagine if you bought 25K stuff for her.
Because the good book taught me wow. Or the
not that you should. You should spend some of your own money on whatever your hobbies are, of course.
Taoism from 25.
His poor wife. No. I'm sure his wife is just fine. My wife spends her money on, well, our money together on stuff that she enjoys. I go and I play hockey. That's my thing, right? So I spend my money on hockey when I can.
100 years ago left a mark on my soul. I always value tolerance and patience and be as malleable as water. However, the continuous cold misconduct from CIG has frozen
cold misconduct.
Water. And once the water is frozen,
I'm not wrong here. He just said cold misconduct. They left me out in the cold, right? Like, I'm not just like, I like him, but I'm not going to just not say what I'm hearing and not, like.
It can be as harder than a rock, and hard enough to say enough is enough. This mistreatment relationship has to end, and it has to end.
Mistreatment relationship.
End right now. Not only for me, but also for many who are still in this sugar-coated loop. And to be honest, I cannot promise that I won't spend a penny for this game anymore. I can't do that. But financially supporting this project and its company is not my goal anymore. And I've already set a strict budget, much less than before, of what I'm going to spend for this game going forward. And because of my channels and my hobby, I still need to acquire every single new ship to make testings and videos. But I have plenty of store credit that I can use. Or I can simply melt some of my old ships and then buy those new ships with store credit. After making a video, I can just melt those back to store credit for future use. So in a word,
you don't need
playing the game, but no more financially support.
Again, I did the same thing. I'm nearly at the same level as you. At that point, you no longer need to buy anything. You've done your job in the sense of like, I wanted to support something that I really believed in. I stopped in 2016, 2017. Did one more ridiculous purchase in 2018, and then never bought anything ever again because I don't believe in it, and I've done enough. It's time for other people to. But yeah, it was. I regret doing it in the first place. So I'll just say that. But at the time, I believed in it. And if I knew what I knew now, I would have spent $100 max. Did he get a Odin? No idea. I don't know him. He needs a therapist? No, man. You do for making comments like that. Don't do that to people. He's fine. People who actually need therapists are going to read that and feel really shitty about themselves. Don't do that.
Until they change their behavior. But honestly, I don't have the hope that they will ever change. But remember this, the customer is the king. We have always been. They are our servants. And the most effective tool that we can use is stop paying for those defected products and less than satisfactory services, no matter how our hearts desire them. We have been holding this line far too long. But if they don't really care about the bottom line of our gameplay experiences, why should we care about their financial baseline? Have they not heard about this immutable law that water can carry the boat, but can also swallow it? They are the boat. We are the water. We have been carrying this boat far too long without receiving the proper respect that we should have received. So enough is enough. And it's time for a change. Obviously, I can't tell you what you should do or should not do. I'm simply sharing my experience and my great deeds.
But he's kind of trying to here, right? Like, he knows he has a following a little bit, and he knows that this will get some traction, especially if, and if he doesn't, he's pretty ignorant. to the situation. He knows if he makes a video like this, that it might turn people away from funding the game and things like that. And I do enjoy times like these, at times when people people that were once white knights realize everything I've been saying for 10 years plus, which is they love you when you're buying spaceships, but they don't care about you in any other time other than the ship sales. Like, that's it.
Illusionment of a game that I truly love. But if you're still in this illusion that CIG have created, I hope this video can help to pull you out of it. Zooming out and then look at this whole Star Citizen project more objectively and make rational decisions from now on. And don't worry, I am now moving this video to the feedback category and signing off.
Sooner or later.
Okay, how about this? Do you think he's more upset that his thread got moved to the feedback category than he didn't get responded to from the concierge forum? And maybe I'm focused a little bit too much on the concierge forum, because that's the shitty part. I think that was the really shitty thing to do. In reality, was like, hey, it's probably just both. Yeah, you're probably right. All right. Anyway, he did post a response to this, because I'm sure he got a lot of positivity towards him from people around like my community and others like mine that have realized what he realized in this video many, many years ago. But then I'm sure he got a lot of people giving him hate, and he made a clarification. Star Citizen Array of Hope. Latest updates. Here we go. It's 8 minutes long.
Welcome to my Sherlock Day. Actually, Prison Break Day. Yes, I have been freed. If I am not mistaken, those who are suffering the same Sherlock should all have been freed as well. So please double check and let me know. This morning when I came back after the gym, I had a mixed feeling in what video I wanted to do.
Damn, he goes to the gym? What a Giga Chad.
Today. Because I really want to get to my main account to test a few things that I planned, which is something I really enjoy doing in Star Citizen. And my alt account just don't have the necessary resources. And because of my Sherlock situation, I have to let that go and decide to take a day trip somewhere, San Diego or Santa Barbara. But before I make that decision, somehow I checked my DM from Discord. Usually I don't because the constant spams, but this time I did. And I saw a message.
He's so popular.
From CIG staff asking me about my Sherlock situation, see if there is anything that they can do to help. I sent him.
I think I already know the staff who probably messaged him too. He's so good, dude. Anytime you put anything out there, anytime anything gets any traction, he reaches out, he looks for more info, and he's super cool. If it's who I think it is. Lil Flex, he's flexing. Yeah, but it's for me, it's not a flex. He does this for everybody if it's who I think it is. It's not special treatment. It's not for content creators. It's not just content creators. This is, trust me, let's not turn this into something like you guys think I was turning the entitlement thing into it. I've never seen what he looks like, Morocco, so I don't know if he has a beard or not. He's not a public-facing CIG dev. There's like one or two that do this. They are so hardworking, love their job, work really fucking hard at what they do, and they're in like the experience team, I think. And how does he hear about it if they aren't creators? Because they can hear about it through creators, through threads, on Discords, things like that, and will reach out to those people who are experiencing it, not the creator. Or sometimes they'll reach out to me and say, hey, can you get a video from them or something like that, right? Like we can be the Uncle Pork Chops got it. Yeah. We could be the middleman for them, but like this needs to be a positive and don't turn it into a negative. Like he cares and they care so much about making the game good and doing their job as best they can, that they're constantly reaching out for help from us. And that is what Star Citizen's all about. right? That's what open development is. That is why this is special, not Jared going to a fucking bar citizen. To me, that's the difference.
Number. And we DM'd back and forth a few times just to explain the situation more clearly. He assured me that they are actively working on this problem and will get a fix soon for all the Sherlock situation ASAP. He said, we are working with some folks to get everyone.
So this was the other one that I was thinking about. He's community manager, not like actively working on development. Nico's a community manager who will reach out a lot. I know the French community seems to be posting things about him, like asking to get him fired and shit. I saw that randomly on Twitter. But outside of that, he has been nothing but a fantastic person for Star Citizen. If he doesn't work on the game, he does reach out to try. He you know how I was saying, like, you need to make a public response? He does that more than anybody, right? When backers have issues and are posting on Spectrum about it, he tends to make the closest thing to a public response, which is replying to that thread. I just would love to see their community management go, hey, on our Twitter account, if you are experiencing X issue, we're working on it. You know what I mean? Like, isn't that what fucking video game Twitter accounts are for? Oh, wait, I forgot. They're just for selling spaceships. My bad.
Was these errors cleared today? And obviously,
I saw it on Twitter. Who knows what's real?
And true to his words, within half an hour, I got an update, which I didn't expect to receive so quickly. He asked me to try to log in again, and I did, and I was simply freed. I lost the suit of armor that I was wearing, but that...
Now it's for celebrating Pride Month? No, this was like a few weeks ago. Pride Month was yesterday. It started, right?
That's not a big deal. But the biggest problem is that I've got that prison shave. I lost all my hair. Ship list, I'll check. Inventory check. Reputation check. And AUEC check. So everything looks good. Now I can finally get back to fighting all those game bugs. Yeah. The experience this morning made me think about these three things. One is I'm really surprised that this awful Sherlock situation can be resolved so quickly without a wider server maintenance. I don't know what they did, but if they can...
I mean, it wasn't resolved that quickly. This has been an issue since 4.8 launched.
Do this, which means they knew where the problem is, and they have a good tool, or
he just only had it for 5 days,
or a solution for this problem. And I really hope that whatever a player is experiencing this Sherlock problem, from now on, they can quickly help to free that player, to at least ensure the bottom line of...
It happened to a YouTuber? No, like, Foxy has nothing to do with this. Again, this is an issue that they had discussed that a fix is in the works before he ever made this video. Like, this has nothing to do with Foxy. Promise. Like, there's just... do 5 seconds of research before typing something stupid in a Twitch chat, and you will know that, yeah, it's complete coincidence.
Logging into the game and play. This game is still in alpha. It's an alpha game. But it is still a game. A game is meant to be played. If players cannot log in and play, then there will be no alpha testing. The very bottom line has to be held. So I really hope that through all our Sherlock sufferings, we provide them with enough data for them to know what the problem is and have a solid solution from now on to solve this problem. Because this problem is not on rare occurrence. Now, many people in my previous video was asking, because I said about 20 to 20% of players suffering from the permanent Sherlock. They're asking,
source? I made it the fuck up.
How do you know it's 20%? Now, I said this multiple times in my video. I estimated according to the comments from my videos, because many players commented that they had the Sherlock.
Buddy, okay, guys, again, this video has 14K views. Like, that's a lot of views for the average person that makes a YouTube video. But your comments are not representative of the community at all. This is not how statistics works. You might have gone to college for marketing. I went to college for statistics. That is not how this works, dude. I got a degree in those kind of things.
Situation that character reset will not help. But my main source is an issue console. It's called Spawn Revolver Error. This,
which again has even less contributions,
is the ultimate error for the shard lock. So looking at this, every single day we have more people suffering from this problem. You see, about 1 hour ago, 1 hour ago, 1 hour ago, and then from now on, some people say they don't have this issue anymore because I think CIG is fixing it right now. Because I don't see this yesterday. I see everyone has this issue. But right now, a lot of people don't have this issue anymore. Yeah, I'm just gonna delete my contribution because I don't know how to change this to I don't have the problem anymore. So yeah, you can see this problem has getting fixed. But by reading the issue console every single day, I see more and more players were suffering from this, and then no character repair can solve this problem. So that is why I have this number. About 20 to 25% of players are suffering. But
also, if you post on Reddit, people just press the button. I had this too, despite not having it. Yeah, that's the thing that happens with being a creator as well. Like if I share the issue, people that don't play the game necessarily will say they had the issue because they saw me have the issue.
The solution is currently going out to every single player who is suffering this. So please do check your account again, see if you still have this issue or not. If you don't have this issue, and then you can change your issue console report so that they have a clear picture of who is still suffering from this problem. I think you just needed to click the burger. So that's the point number one. Point number two is that I really appreciate the DM and the timely response from CIG staff this morning. And the
here we go again with the entitlement stuff. Let's see.
Solution so far is satisfactory. And this is the kind of customer support or technical support that we need from the company behind the Star Citizen.
But only if we're a high-level concierge backer, right?
Especially for the most essential player problem, such as this kind of Sherlock, where players cannot access the game itself. And then we can deal with 1,000 bucks.
Like, am I crazier? I made a video. I'm angry that I did not get a response. I get the response after making the video. This is what I'm talking about, right? But, Foxy, the average person doesn't get that, so why should you? Even if you are like the best tester in the world, which you probably are, and like really care and doing all that stuff, you're not special, right? Or you shouldn't be, at the very least, is how I feel about it. I don't feel like I deserve any entitlement. I actually feel like I am being treated exactly how I should be, which is shunned completely away and put in a corner because I don't like the way they handle things, right? So I'm getting the treatment I fully expect to from them. I don't have a good opinion of the way they do things, so they leave me and don't talk to me at all and don't do anything for me, right? And that's going to hurt really. I get special treatment in the worst kind of way, but probably deserved. And it's going to hurt me. It's going to hurt me. The moment Squadron 42 comes out, Foxy is going to get to play it early, I bet. And I won't. But you know what? I have my morals or whatever. Like, I'm willing to make that sacrifice.
Bucks together. Wait, did I say $1,000? I mean $10,000. All right, joke aside, I really hope that this kind of support can become a habit or a norm or a corporate culture from now on. This is what our backers are paid for. But please don't get me wrong.
But you didn't get this treatment because you're a backer. You got this treatment because you made a video and it got traction.
I'm happy that I'm freed, but it doesn't mean that I will take my word back and open my wallet again. Not at all. This is kind of like a relationship, a partner.
The wallet part For all you married folks out there, we know what happened here. We know what happened here. This has nothing to do with CIG.
Or even a marriage. Us, the players and the backers in this relationship, have been mistreated. We have been hurt and hurt a lot. And we have many wounds. One good gesture is not enough to heal.
She said, "You got enough ships,
but
son."
It is certainly a good start, a ray of hope, a very positive note. But it will take many these rays of hope to become a bright light, and many of these positive notes to become a beautiful song. And because many of us,
I don't want to jump on Foxy, but I like your opinions, good or bad, agree or disagree with you. You're a better person than many creators. Okay. Sorry, I thought that was going to be a comment about what I said about Foxy. I don't even know what you just said.
Really love this game. So we are really looking forward to cultivate a wholesome relationship with Star Citizen and the company.
Is that just a "you're a great streamer" comment? Okay.
And
thank you, I guess.
I say this for many
I thought it was criticizing me, so that's why I read it.
For any good relationship to work, communication is important. Many times, the lack of communication from CIG made us so frustrated. It's not because we don't have enough patience. We have been trained and conditioned to have a lot more patience just because we play the game or the 1,000 workarounds that we have to find in order to play this game. The Star Citizen community has great patience, but we need good, really good communications from CIG. Sometimes the solution to a problem might not be worked out right away. No problem, we can wait. But we need to know that they are fully aware of our problems and are working on them. How do we know? Communications. Star Citizen community and the Star Citizen players are already dealing with a lot of frustrating bugs in the game. Silence from CIG regarding some of our most current problems only fuels that frustration. So,
yeah, I mean, he's so right about that. When there are issues with the game, I wish they made more official posts about it. I wish they used their social media accounts like Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and communicate to their backers not only about the good things, but the issues that they're having and that they are working on a fix. Hey, if you are dealing with this issue, we got you. I wish they did more of that, but they don't. And I remember I remember I was cool with the person who was like running the Twitter account. Like, she seemed to be like, you know, really excited to be a part of the community, whatever. And I made a comment about how the Twitter account is literally just marketing, and that's it. And they got really upset and said something to someone else who said something to me and all this stuff. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, I'm sorry you're upset, but like,
a good communication will calm us down and regain our confidence and support. And communicating a few words to us, I don't think it's a really difficult thing to do. But yeah, it is
like, what do community managers do then? Like, Nico is posting all the time. What do the other ones even do? Oh, wait. Marketing. I forgot. Right? It's just constant marketing. Like, what do you even do? Like, it mind blows me. It blows my mind that, like, the people who have been, like, Nico's the newest one. What do the other ones even do? You're community managers and you don't talk to the community. What the actual fuck?
Discipline that has to be stressed in order to regain our confidence. One last note. I just want to say myself and many people that I know truly love enjoying the game. And we sincerely hope that this project turns out to be a great one. So don't count us out yet. There is still a ray of hope.
See, that's the thing, Foxy. It's kind of over. Because you're not going to spend any more money on the game. So you've given up. You've given up the dream. It's over.
Now it's time to get to some Star Citizen science and see you.
All right. Well, that was the video. Okay. I still think he's a little frustrated that he didn't get a response because he immediately was super happy to have gotten the response, right? So there's that part of it, which is pretty funny to me. But yeah, in the end, little drama over the weekend with Jared, little drama over the weekend with Foxy, and I figured I'd cover it because well, we're in downtime, the game doesn't work, and there's nothing else to do. So I figured I'd share my opinions on those things, and feel free to hate them or like them. I don't give a fuck anymore. So I'm just gonna say what I think, and similar to Foxy, how he's kind of over CIG and the way they do things. I'm over being nice to any creators in the space. If I don't agree with what you're saying, or if I feel a certain way, or I don't really care how it's going to make you feel anymore, because it's very clear to me that no other creator gives a shit about how I feel. So I don't know why I give them the treatment that no one gives to me. So I'm just going to say what I think when I think it, and just keep doing my own thing by myself, and be happy with that, because it's kind of freeing. I used to have like this like bubble around every other creator, because I know what it feels like to get hate comments, and I was like, damn, I don't want to create those hate comments for anyone else. But then it just is consistently happening to me from other creators, so I don't give a fuck anymore. And I'm just going to say what I think about people, instead of, or not about people, because it's never about them personally. It's always just about the thought that they had, because I don't know any of them, right? Like, I don't actually know anybody, but like, it's no more Mr. Nice Guy. Like, I don't have to protect Jared. I don't have to protect Foxy. Like, that's not my job. My job is to just be myself. And that's all I'm going to be. And if myself and how I was, unfortunately, I think, brought up, is to just, again, if you ever met my parents, you would know, is to just say what you feel in the moment and don't hold anything back. And I have been for a long time. So very healthy posture. Who I do not have healthy posture. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about all that stuff. Again, this is the game we have, where this is the stuff we talk about instead of the game itself. Fucking embarrassing.